in Avalon's fair town, home to the brave and renowned. There did I meet a band truly blessed. They marched to their quest, bringing panic to rest. Evermeadow has got its brave heroes. Brave heroes, brave heroes. Evermeadow has got its brave heroes.
After resting from our rager the night before, we phased through the power of nature to where the other clan leader Flynn resides.
Over the many years of leading the Briar Brooks, we have seen your followers, yet never you. It is an honor to be graced by your presence, O King of Leprechauns, Gnomes, Halflings, Fairies, and the like. Even more so, I have been blessed by King Blarney, ruler of goblins, hobs, hobgoblins, and trolls, along with other relations. My liege, my loyalty to this holy mission was already locked in, but now knowing it has your full support, there is nothing that will keep me from this task.
A proud ally you have become, Flynn. The Shameson brothers are your family in more than one way. But now we come to a matter of importance.
Right! The Cliff of Offering to ask the Bluffs if our requests will keep nature in balance. The party had posed a strange concept that we had not considered, us defenders of the realm. You see, it is tradition to sacrifice some living being so that nature will hear our request. And I've never seen a request not accompanied by a sacrifice. But you lot, with your pious upbringings, see that more souls equals more power. Oh, I can testify that souls and sacrifice do go straight to the god's realm, which some gods approve of such killings, while others, not so much. Our father Seamus accepts justice to wicked souls, while I presume Mortimer takes any souls with devilish glee. Absolutely! Every soul is a goal! My dear fiancé Cor was able to successfully rope up a sheep as an offering, and Centaura lured an Evermeadow bear with Koopy meat. Meanwhile, Evreese played a most excellent tune with his cornucopia, which caused our Fey brethren to dance a merry little jig.
I make no apologies for the joy that runs in our bloodline, for any descendants of Seamus are more than likely to partake in celebration, alcohol, and a good story. Some less so, some extremely more so. All for the crack, eh, lads?
You got that right, my dear brother. Oh, crack is like an enjoyable social activity, a good time. C-R-A-I-C, don't worry, not the other thing. Believe me, we have been known to party and throw down on plenty of occasions. Hell, there's a descendant of yours, Blarney, that we would love for you to meet. In any case, Evreese's musical encouragement to Volrog inspired him to call the Bedlam over to be his sacrifice, unexpectedly leading the cult of sheep and goats following behind.
Let's run for it. We gotta get out of here.
A
Sacrifice. Dude, that's not a good thing.
Bedlam. There was much debate on whether or not the herd should have been sacrificed or not, but ultimately, the decision was made to save their deaths for later on behalf of Mortimer. The flaming harpy Cor searched far and wide to find her father Crom Stormwind, so we could ask the Bluffs if we can establish the withering flame. I have lived many lonely years amongst my clan, roaming the shamrocks and watching many live and pass on. Traveled almost every mile of this ancient land of Callanwick, a name so lost as the Wild Bluffs became a refuge to wayward souls. People born without families to take care of them, or those who wish to get away from what the world has become. All who reside and rest their heads at the Bluffs are welcome. Though, at some point, they will be called to join one of the banner families of Stormwind, Briarbrook, or the mysterious Third Faction. And yet, this enchanting view from on high, protected by the arms of the daughter I raised from an egg,
feeling the wind blowing on my face. I have never experienced anything as majestic and beautiful as this. A whole new point of view, an enlightened view of what fate has in store for our home, in the welcoming arms of this Mortimer, ensuring that us merry band of nomads will live to see a future without Asmodeus in it. We descended to the cliff, where Sunny had gathered the rest of their allies from the campsite they forged during the storm, where Olivia, Fotia, Beansprout, Alex the Spoozy, and
Big Bertha! I've heard so much about yous. We'll have plenty to talk about when my wife Zira and I move to Castletown. But for right now, we got some bigger fish to fry. My brother Tirlas and I met with Crom, who we had vastly avoided all these many years, as the veins of this great land needed tending. Callanwick is alive and kicking, one of the many zones of planet Alima that is so tied to the avatar of Alima. It has its own wants and needs and ideals. After all, it is our duty to watch over the Father of Nature as he slumbers, along with those residing in the Emerald Core. It's been many a moon since we visited, though. The infected Rafferty has not instilled us with confidence. But our Da has informed us the secret passageways need to remain closed until we have the tools to deal with this. A matter we must get to much later. Right now, Crom, Tirlas, and Flynn stepped on the Cliff of Offering with the heroes of Mortimer and posed their query. If they could establish the Withering Flame with the heroes somewhere so we can fend off Asmodeus' darkness, which invoked a storm the likes we have not seen in some time. Thunder ringing through the skies, lightning bolts crashing down into the foggy ocean, and the waters down below glowing a terrible pink color as their bodies of the animals crashed upon the stones, with a tornado surrounding my new friends. That wasn't the only cracking noise, you know. The wind spoke to the trio and unanimously gave their approval of the plan, with the presence and powers disappearing shortly after. Out of the ground, according to Avris, speaking to the plants later, spewed this little gnome fella named Cardinal Deserath. Thanks, Blarney. I'll take it from here. Our old foe from the depths of Holyhearth and their cathedral has seemingly been reborn before our eyes. At first, that's what we thought anyway. Except for one, he didn't have any memory of his life beforehand. 2, he claims to have always lived here in the Bluffs. 3, he thought we were his friends. And 4th, biggest mistake he made, Volrog could see Dazarath's reconfigured soul suffering in the River of Souls within Mortimer's realm. So by all accounts, this was just a shapeshifter who failed to sway our minds. No time was wasted in dispatching Dazarath in a holy fire that purged the creature from existence. But through Kor performing a communing ritual, Santara making a tribute to Mortimer, Volrog peering through the Book of Famine, and with the information Avris gained from the Clovers, we discovered troubling news. The creature sent to Mortimer's soul was a slime, a child of the primordial ooze goddess Janice, whose spawns can take the shape and personality of anyone, sound like them, and walk amongst them. We don't know the plans of Janice, though the approval of the Bluffs and the infiltration of her spawn seem to be separate incidents at this time. However, from our demigod friends, and from what Mortimer is starting to recollect from the past, Janice is a daughter of my father, Alazair, whose magics seem to have implanted something deep inside him. A moral poisoning, bringing forth chaos in the souls of those who partake in his waters, much like the little monkeys on the beach long ago and the mighty sauce crab. A chaos that dwells in my body, that only with my decimation and the love of my friends were I able to have the peace of mind to be recombined now. At least, I think I am me. Is who I am truly who I am?